Get down, Mako. Alright, what's going on, gamers? It's your boy Jourdain Plays here, alright? I'm your host, Jourdain. So, we are going to kick off with Final Fantasy VII's Remake, alright? I know there's a ton of videos out there about it, yada yada yada. However, I just want to play it, showcase it, see how it's going on, and just... just have a good time. I love this game. I've been having so much fun with it, especially lately since I've been replaying it, and I just got my PS5, so I'm getting all my trophies, and I've already just platinumed it, so we are ready to roll into the story again, right? And to showcase hard mode, we will be playing this game on hard mode. As you clearly see, I'm not rocking the Buster Sword because we are done with the game. However, I have dumbed down the characters enough to kind of give me a handicap. We shall see how that goes for the enemies, though. I don't really see it going well for them. Let's see. So to kick off what we'll be dealing with, right? So Cloud is at level 50. All right, I've dropped all the material that could be reset to level 1. I bought them from a vending machine and started the game over. But for the ones that I couldn't, i.e. the blue materials, they have to be at max. Some of the other characters are going to be rocking certain max material as well because they cannot be reset, or they already come as such, or they're the only ones in the game, right? When it comes to progressing and talking about the story, this is a spoiler playthrough, okay? This is a spoiler playthrough completely through and through. Alright, I'll try not to go too in about characters that we don't know, we haven't met, as far as the remake goes. At least I'll try. But we will be talking about the story in a whole, and as we go throughout the chapters, kind of seeing what we're thinking, how we feel about the characters, the improvements that Square Enix did make, especially when it comes to my man Barrett here. Oh my god. But yeah. We're gonna play and we're just gonna see it through. When it comes to like major cutscenes, I'll be quiet through them. And boss fights, I'm definitely gonna be quiet through boss fights. It's gonna take all of my attention away. I won't be able to focus on nothing else. So please don't mind me with that. But when it comes to like just random dialogue, side quests, which we will be doing the side quests, because we have to increase these material somehow, and Lord knows they will take a while to make maxed. So, without further ado, we'll be going in about what's going on with Cloud and the gang. Alright, I'm gonna say Team Cloud. So Team Cloud. Cloud will be rocking the twin stingers the entire playthrough. Alright, nothing else will change about that. In fact, nothing will change about any of them. I know you see the God of Damarang is on. That's only because I'm giving myself a handicap deficit on hard mode, and we should know hard mode is tough, alright? It is unforgivable to all involved who's ever played it. So they'll be on, although I won't be using the limit breaks unless I absolutely have to, or if it's a mob or certain side quests with certain enemies, i.e. the Tonberries, that's going to take all of that limit break. So we'll be dealing with that as we go. Alright, I gave them only to Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith, so they'll be rocking it. Cloud does have the chain bangle on. We got the geometric bangle on for Barrett. I also believe Tifa. Alright, Barrett's gonna be rocking the light machine gun, and Tifa with purple paint, and Aerith is gonna have the force bracelet along with silver staff. All the weapons have been maxed. They are fully upgraded. All abilities have been learned, and we're going in here pretty tough. Now, much won't change as far as the characters, as far as the materia go. Really, from purple across, it's pretty much going to stay the same. The only ones that might rotate out is between Aerith and Barrett's HP materials. Mainly because Aerith will need more HP than Barrett will, because he is an absolute tank. When it comes to the spells, of course, they'll be altered and moved and shifted as needed, depending on what I'm dealing with. Clearly, as you can see, Elemental is smacked on Barrett, with Elemental also on Cloud with Lightning, but Lightning's at level 1, so we're not going to be gratifying too much off of Thunder. And Magnify Cure is on Air, but you know, we won't see her for a while, so it doesn't really matter at this point. So it's kind of really just to get the ball going and shaking around. I do have Revival on all characters because it is just a necessity, because you never know what can happen. The same with Cure. Barrett, Tifa, and Cloud are rocking Refocus. Alright, just another stat booster, because it's unbelievable how good of the boost that it actually gives. I never even knew that. And I played this game shortly after it released, so I had no clue Refocus was that good. When it comes to summons, right? Cloud is rocking Bahamut. He's rocking Bahamut. Barrett has Ifrit, Tifa has Shiva, and Aerith is going with Leviathan. But depending on what I'm going to do in the future, if I do a rematch with Weiss, she's going to get carbunkled, definitely. And Tifa will rock Ifrit at that point. And I'll be switching some other things around because clearly this doesn't work against the Weiss fight. Alright? So we got to go in there and we can't be half-stepping. So without further ado, let's go ahead and progress with the story. Let's start off with chapter 1.
Halt! Who goes there? You're coming with us.
As you see, I have no sympathy for anyone on hard, and that includes from the security officers all the way to the big dog at the end. They're all going to get the business.
Have fun.
Let's go.
When it comes to anyone who has not beaten this game and you just want to have a good idea of it, if you're thinking about doing hard mode, you may have missed something. When it comes to certain important things, i.e. really mainly just the weapons and certain fights in the combat simulator, I will do. You know, enough people see these videos and want to see my take on them and how I did it, and I completely smacked Weiss after a while because he was of course texting me. But after a while, like one day, I just kind of beat him up and like all day. I fought him like 8 times and clapped him each time. So I got a pretty good standard on what to do with him. And for real, what I got going on with the materia setup I got now isn't really too changed on that fight with Weiss. So you can see my fight because I've already posted it, but I'll give a more in-depth look when we get to that point in the game and get further into it. And yes, I will swap out my more max materia for these Pudu ones. So, alright, let's keep going.
Drop the weapon!
You got this.
Yeah, what he said. You're coming with me.
Is that it?
No, no coming into this with the God of Demarongs on. People are gonna think it's possibly maybe a cop-out. It is really more like an emergency use. Like I said, I'm not gonna use the limit breaks unless I absolutely have to. More likely it's gonna be, like I said, certain quests and bosses, for the most part, are gonna get the business with those. Let me just take a moment and think of how stellar this game is. Oh my god.
So what's Soldier Boy's deal? Is he one of us now? He's got balls, this, what was his name again?
Cloud Strife. And he isn't a soldier anymore. Still, he's a professional, unlike the rest of us. I'm glad to have him.
This is a one-time gig. When it's done, we're done.
Alright, my man Cloud has made himself known to the group fully, and that how completely unbothered he's going to be about most of everything going on here. When it comes to Cloud, right? Cloud is my favorite character in the Final Fantasy series, and the franchise really as a whole. He was the first character I was pretty much introduced to, and not even through Final Fantasy. I actually met Cloud through Kingdom Hearts 2, which was my first take on him. And I thought he was the coolest thing since before we could talk on the phone and use the internet at the same time. So Cloud is definitely my guy. I'm kind of versed well into Seven's universe. I've been watching a Let's Play about Crisis Core to get more details and expand my knowledge and get more of a feel on Zack, because I knew of Zack again through Bird by Sleep, so I need to kind of know him a little bit better. And I do like him. He's a really good character, and the whole drama that kind of is unfolding where I'm at now on the Let's Play with Crisis Core has just been kind of wild. So we shall see how that plays out in the remake. I am very curious on how Square Enix is going to pull that one off. I'll tell you that now. Yeah, my man Cloud here. He's pretty much of a beast. I mean, look at this guy. He's badass. Alright, let's see. What we got going on? Okay, we got to the barrier.
Come on, nobody do something this crazy just for money. They may not think you're a true believer, but you know what I think?
Not interested.
What?
Wedge. You better be worth the money, man. Every last gill.
Talk about a sight to behold, right? So when it comes to, like I said, with Cloud, I'm learning with Crisis Core, definitely more in-depth look into his background, and it was pretty surprising to say the least. Not too surprising, because I have played the original game. I did play that before the remake had came out. I'm not one of those ones that were waiting for a very long time for a remake for 7, but my spidey senses for the game did start going. I decided to go ahead and take a look into Final Fantasy VII. I've always been very curious about Cloud, and of course, his nemesis. We'll get to him later on, at some point. But I have been very interested in Cloud, and I was kind of curious on where he came from, what the whole setup was, and his story, and the like of it. And I have to give it to him. What they did with Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge was just great. I got to know them way better than in the original game. And later on, once we get to chapter, I want to say 12, I believe, it really hit more. It definitely hit more, because I'll tell you, when it happened in the original game, I was like, oh no. And I was more concerned about the plate than anything. Yeah, so moving on.
Let's go.
I know I don't need this because of hard mode, but it does spawn these guys. No.
Enough. That it?
Okay. Look at these guys. I'm really surprised Barrett can fit in that. Oh, that hole is way bigger than I thought it was, because I really didn't think he could make it through.
Not so fast. We've got company.
Not for long.
This will be quick. Let's finish this. Was never in doubt.
Now that nuisance is over with. I gotta give it to him. This upgrade on Mako Reactor 1 from the original game is just crazy. Did anybody else get lost in Mako Reactor 1? Because I didn't understand nothing on traversing that place. I didn't get like none of that. Actually, I can use this for guild. I might open some chests. I probably won't open all of them. I'll point out the ones that had weapons in them in case you missed it, want to go back for it, and all that good stuff. But for the most part, I'm probably just going to pick up some stuff just to get more gil. I don't really need it, but hey, you never know. Oh yes, let's go. Pick up the pace. I'm being story blocked on that one.
Soldiers may attack on command, but I hear they make good guard dogs too. Bet you've seen a few reactors. So how do we get to the bridge above Mako's storage? Ain't holding out on me, are you? Stamp scared to bite the hand that fed him? Or is he a loyal little dog? Have it your way, man. We can do this with you, or we can do this without you.
Different reactor, different layout. Depends when it was built. Never seen one like this, but I'll manage.
Okay, so if you haven't noticed, this is definitely my first video. I am kind of trying to get into it. This is definitely my first video with commentary, so I'm really trying to like get my niche on it, try and figure it all out.
3, 2,
Damn.
Keep it moving with this. I love the scene.
Who's there? Door!
Wait. It's over.
that's my line.
So cool.
He's alone!
All right. Well, they should be popping back in. Let's go.
Let's move.
He always knows just what to say.
I'll tell you, hard mode, // is your best friend. If you haven't gotten into the habit of using shortcuts, you might want to.
It's a good thing I know someone who can get us the passcodes. But no one else at command will talk to us, but what can you do? And we're good.
Careful in there. I got this place covered.
I haven't used any magic at all since we were doing this.
So, you know Tifa, right? It's not really my business, but are you guys close? Are you ignoring me?
Tifa and I.
These sewer rats appear to call themselves Avalanche, sir. We are currently investigating whether they belong to the same group that made the attempt on your life. Rest assured, our inquiries will not take much longer. This pump's sole purpose is to drain the planet dry. While you sleep, while you eat, while you shit, it's here sucking up Mako. It doesn't rest, and it doesn't care. You do realize what Mako is, don't you? Mako is the lifeblood of our world. The planet bleeds green like you and me bleed red. The hell do you think's gonna happen when it's all gone, huh? Answer me! You gonna stand there and pretend you can't hear the planet crying out in pain? I know you can!
You really hear that?
Damn straight I do!
Get help.
Say that again!
I'd worry less about the planet and more about the next 5 seconds. Save the screaming for later.
Our lives are on the line now. You listening, Merc? One false move. And that happens.
Well, so much for having Cloud do all the fighting. There are some places a sword just can't reach. Just bear with him for me, would you?
Should have asked for more money.
Gonna throw your sword out. Let the man with the gun. These tin cans ain't got nothing on me. Now for the real stuff.
Oh, come on. Oop. There we go. There we go. All right. Bears on the squad now. Let's go.
Look what we have here. Those things will hurt more than your pride if you
I'm glad this wasn't in the original game. I didn't even know where I was going at when we got to this point. I was like, where's the exit to this place?
Figure out the timing of the lasers. Then make a move when they cycle off.
Exactly. I'll go first. Nothing like
Now, when it comes to the remake,
Hey!
what do we all think about these new mechanics? You got these little mini games, all this other stuff going on. I was like, what do we think of it? I'll tell you, it was pretty solid. Every decision they made, I thought was pretty good. It definitely made it more versed on the gameplay. Oh, see? There we go, first hurdle. Oh, this one.
Come on now.
I'm trying to roll when she roll.
Pretty easy, right?
Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah, it got me.
Look. They don't call those things sweepers for nothing.
No,
They
it's
can
cute.
wipe out a whole squad in seconds.
Not if you wipe the floor with them first.
I'm trying to tell you. Okay. Told you didn't realize there's definitely a chest over here. Let's talk about the music. Oh my god. The music in this game is just phenomenal. Definitely one of my more favorite ones to play.
Need to hit it with Reactor. That should give us an opening.
There we go. Oh, okay. Alright, moving on.
First.
Come on, Jesse.
Soldier first class. Doesn't go into
Uh-huh.
What the hell are you talking about? I mean your age, not your goddamn rank. No fault. A soldier's rank could be guess that makes you a 1-year-old. Live and learn.
Bear tried to be shady, but it's fine.
That's our target, the reactor core. Gotta set the bomb at the bottom.
Alright, now with this playthrough, we will be rolling through chapters 1 and 2. Alright, they're kind of like a deal package, so it just makes sense to knock them both out.
Hurry it up.
How about the detail to this place? Like, it still throws me off how good it looks. Okay. Like, it's crazy how good it looks.
We see right down to the bottom.
Sure you could.
Uh-huh. I really feel like Barrett's like meta in this area. Somebody's been dreaming for this for years. Let's do this, yada yada yada. He sounds like every fan out there. When this game first was announced, I definitely got body bomb.
Let's see if little Stamp really can bite the hand that feeds. Go on, do the honors. Prove to me you're the man Tifa says you are. That you're one of us.
Never said I was. I'm just here for the paycheck.
Then do the damn job. What's wrong?
I'm fine. What about the timer?
Your call, Merc.
Oh, there's so many options. What are we gonna do here? Well, I mean, I guess if you insist.
Pretty cocky, ain't you? You double-crosser!
Heads up.
What the hell?
All right, first up on the bosses of regret. Here we go with Guard Scorpion. See how it goes. Square Enix, they know how to make a spectacle with the bosses. I'm for it. Alright, let's see.
Bingo. Focus on that core. Or go down to the flame.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
It wouldn't be much of a weapon going down easy.
Seriously? Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, he's having a turn up on me. I like that.
More shooting. Buzz off. That didn't work either.
Ooh, come on, Cloud. There you go.
Keep it together.
Oh, you're free, are you? Oh, come on, man.
Now's our chance. Give it everything you got.
Oh, man, you better run.
Don't overdo it. Hang tight. Focus. Watch the tail. You don't want to be hit by that laser.
So, what do we do?
Don't get hit. Take cover behind that debris. Got him over this heal up and regroup. Find cover and hurry down.
I will take that.
Now, go! Let's do this. Not a restriction.
You hear that? Damn thing showed you how it's done.
Come on, we've got to move.
Alright, first boss down. He tried me though there for a little bit, I'll give him that. Because there was a moment I was kind of scared for Cloud. He was having a rough go. Well, out of here though.
Give me a break. Now you're not bad.
Magic's still good. I don't know about Barrett. I think I kind of went a little bit on him. He didn't have really much to really work with. Hopefully that can get rectified soon.
You okay?
Do I look okay? Help a girl out, would you? My hero!
Hey! We'll link up over there! Look out for justice!
Come this way! This route should lead us straight to Barrett. Probably. I think I see an exit. Come on.
Ooh. There we go, some MP. I guess it doesn't really matter. So hard mode, right? It does not give the satisfying faction of using items, so MP is tough. I'm talking tough. Whatever you got going into the chapter, that is it. And it's very unforgiving. I don't know how many boxes I broke and there was nothing in there. Be very wise on using magic. When it comes to boss fights, I say go all in. It's usually the end of the chapter, for the most part ish, and just have at it. Do whatever you gotta do.
I've got you covered! Find us the way out of here! Don't worry, I'll get you. I've got Soldier Boy.
X, Soldier Boy.
I'm trying to.
Here!
Cool. 5 seconds is all we need.
Oh, okay. That's nice. Seriously? You know what? I'm kind of on a time crunch here. Alright.
No time to celebrate.
I really didn't feel like playing with him. Yep.
No shit.
I'll tell you, a triple slash is just the way to go. Oh my god, triple slash is amazing. When it comes to part 2, that needs to stay. Oh, this dude. Alright.
No time to celebrate.
That was satisfying. I hate those guys.
It's on you.
God, these guys are. Come on. Okay.
time to celebrate.
Sir. Come on.
If I couldn't, believe me, you'd be the first to know.
I'll take that as a yes.
Okay, that was pretty cool. All right, come on.
Looks like we made it. And with nothing but a few scratches to show. Think you might have overdone it.
I followed the instructions to the letter. Maybe it triggered a reaction with the Mako?
Well, let's hope the city's still in one piece.
But the planet's what matters, right? I mean, this must have helped some.
After all that, it had better have. Anyway, let's get going. We in Sector 8?
That'd be just down there.
All right, then. Lead the way.
You got it. Watch out for live wires. They're everywhere.
All right, kicking off chapter 2. So, Shinra. I mean, how much more trifling can you really be? Her bomb was enough to do like the most minuscule, get the job done kind of things, and they went above and beyond.
What is this? I've never smelled anything so foul.
And like the showcase of the aftermath, because this part was in the original game, but not really so much as strolling through Sector 8 and kind of seeing how everything was within the city. As far as like little bits, like you meet, Aerith, kind of little minor points, but it's like a kind of a quick run through. You beat up some Shinra guards and you kind of pop on the train. But like in detail, the showcase of the devastation from the explosion is kind of like, wow. Like these guys really could care less about the citizens in Midgar. Like,
How much do we have to go?
it's almost like they're just evil for the sake of being evil.
That's about as good a place as any.
Stand back then. I'll set the bomb.
It was even worse. Is that, oh god, it's like the most minor thing Shinra did. when you really look at how they played out the game. It was just a pain. Does anybody else want to get their hands on Heidegger? Because I would love to get my hands on Heidegger.
You sure told those doors.
Let that be a key. It's in my way.
Attention all citizens. Attention all citizens. This is an alert from the Shinra Emergency Operations Center. Unidentified intruders have detonated a bomb inside Mako Reactor 1. Multiple explosions have been confirmed, as well as ongoing fire. In response, a disaster warning has been issued in sectors 1 and 8. Structures in the area are collapsed, rendering the entire sector hazardous. Therefore, all
No way.
This couldn't have been us, could it?
But what if it was?
What's done is done.
Merc's right. It ain't pretty, but we can't stop now. This was just the first reactor, and the planet won't be safe till we get the rest.
Yeah. We always knew this was gonna get messy.
And this is only the beginning.
Y'all gotta look at the bigger picture here. Nothing worth fighting for was ever won without sacrifice. Though you may not be crying out, I know you're in pain, just like the planet. But it's okay, cause I'm here for you, to help take the load off your shoulders. Your fears, your worries, your concerns, and yes, your feelings. Whatever your problem, I got you.
So, what's our next move, boss?
That's easy enough. We get our asses home.
When I originally played this game, that scene right there, I fell in love with Barrett. I loved him already way better than he was in the original game. It really let me know, like, okay, they about to do something different with these characters, because he felt fleshed out tough enough with just that moment right there, let alone how the rest of the game unfolds for him.
I'd like my money now.
You can have it.
And when it comes to his story, which I pray we see in part 2, I'm for it. I cannot wait to see how that goes down.
I don't need to tell you what this is, right?
Yeah, it's thirst material.
Of course not. It's healing material.
You can have it for saving my life.
Just doing my job. Nothing more.
Yeah. Fact is, I'm lucky you were there.
Survival can be a matter of luck or skill. And you can't rely on luck.
Words to live by.
Yeah, well, thanks.
You do know how to use it, right?
You do know what I was, right?
Okay. I was only trying to help. Oh, before I forget, here's a little something.
Oh, Cloud.
For being so brave.
So
That
awkward.
really was the ride of a lifetime. Well, see you on the train.
Like, look at this. This is ridiculous. All these people freaking out. Like, it was showcased in the original game, but not, of course, not to this much detail. Like, this is just ridiculous.
I said look up! Careful up here. This could collapse at any moment. If you want out, you'll have to use those stairs.
Of course, Els will see. All to serve corporate greed. Shinra. I hope they give us a boss fight with all of them. I want to beat up Palmer. I want to beat up. I definitely want to beat up Hojo. Scarlet. I already got my hands on her, but I want Cloud to get her. Really, I want Tifa to get her. And of course, Heidegger.
Station's intact.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Couldn't be. But then
I'm talking this scene pulled no punches. When I first saw this scene, I was like, word? Like, that's how we doing this? I was like, oh, okay. That's a little soon, don't y'all think? I mean, nah? Okay. Well, cool. It was a good thing that y'all already got the thumbprint for the layout for what's to come. You don't have to waste time making this place. Oh, that's good to know. Especially with the flashback we had earlier. I am curious, though. Are there really two?
wait.
This game got Nomura's stamp written all over it. He's about to take us on a ride with this game.
You're not real. You're dead. I killed you with my own.
Oh, you need not remind me. It was the crowning moment of our time together. But that was then, and this is now. I have a favor to ask. Our beloved planet is dying. Slowly, silently, painfully. Can you bear to see the planet suffer? Cloud. Were the planet to die, so many things would be lost. Your hometown burned so bright. The sound of her voice, pleading for me to spare her. The shedding of her flesh, yielding to cold steel. That which binds us together would be no more, and I would be loath to live in such a world, which is why I must ask you this one favor. Don't worry, it's a simple thing. Run, Cloud. Run away. You have to leave. You have to live.
You bastard!
Good, Cloud. Very good. Hold on to that hatred.